Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the second-ranked team, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
You need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Trojans will try to keep this drive moving.
Well, I know it's here early in this game. Boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum. And that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
And the Trojans have first and 10 here. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Finds an open target on the left side. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
They're going to pick up a first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, Nick, so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's looking to scramble. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
A great call by the defensive coordinator bringing the linebacker from Wisconsin on the blitz, and he gets home for the sack. And boy, they have had as many linebackers over the years as maybe anybody in college football with the ability to rush the quarterback and come up with big sacks like this.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made at the 20 in the deep shot. Big gain. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, SC. They're setting out to try with BAT. BAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wasting no time. He's going to go deep on the first play. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football, because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
Bringing pressure. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. 3rd and goal, looking to throw the ball. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. What a weapon for this offense. A quarterback who can flash the speed and finish a touchdown drive just like that.
How about being the defensive coordinator? You've got everything covered, you make the right call, and all of a sudden this guy is so athletic and so gifted with his ability to improv, you can't contain it. You better come up with another scheme, and you better put 2 or 3 defenders on this quarterback.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and 1st downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger's good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
And the Badgers lining up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit.
This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, and he dropped it. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. That brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. Fired into a tight window and picked off. It's a short return to make the tackle at 25, but what a play for this defense.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Second down play coming up. They're going to run it. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. And now the offense will call a timeout. Some of the coach. This crucial play coming up. The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Catch made on the right side, making people miss. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch is made way down inside the 30. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid gain.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
And the Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Here comes the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Ball handed off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. The distance will be 23 yards, a chip shot. He knocks this one right through. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The pocket breaking down. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
Toss play. Back heads to his right. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And that catch is hauled in. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
Quarterback drops back. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And they'll set up with a BIG10. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Hit just as he throws the ball, and it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, he got
crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of running.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a looking for a deep completion? That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
The pass rush closing in, and they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking for his back. And this time it's complete. Tackle, but first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Drive stays alive with that first down completion. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Looking to throw it again. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Southern California.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. But you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Quick completion to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down after that previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Pressure is coming. Escapes the pocket. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. They make the tackle, but that scramble earns him enough yards for the first down. The Trojans keep the football on the move. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, SC. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. So a new set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer penalty on 3rd down. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
There you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down.
Man, this quarterback is a stud. I looked at him all week and thought he had a chance to light up the scoreboard. But if the defense can put that kind of pressure on him, that's how you slow him down today.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
A running play called on fourth down. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He's running out of time here. He's going to take off. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. The linebacker shifting around now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle made after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
And that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They've converted one of their two fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. Lets it go quickly. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Now here's the toss play. Touchdown, USC. And the beatdown continues. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Turner trying to create good field position. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end, and got stopped. In the clear at the 25. It's a nice game. They'll move the football up to the 27.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackled all the way down to the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short pass, finds the tight end. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window and pick up a nice gain.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs here. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice 1st down.
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the 2nd half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And the runner takes off to his right. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to create here on the move. And while this is incomplete, we have a flag down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Running back grabs it on a screen. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here your defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Contact as he threw it. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. What I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Quarterback doesn't see anybody open. Kirk says, oh, I'll just do this myself.
How about this? What a luxury. Anytime you can make something happen, even when all the receivers are covered, everything's taken away, you take it yourself. And good luck to the defense trying to stop that.
And he gets into the end zone to make the score look slightly more respectable. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection.
Well, now that we're in this second half, Chris, you're limited on how many possessions you can get to get back into this game, and I think they needed to get something to get them going. Now you steal back some momentum. Let's see what they can do with this.
On first down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left. Catch is made. Room to run here. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. The quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback, the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Bringing pressure. He eludes, and they've got him behind the line. The two-point try fails, and they can't get any closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And now a timeout is taken. The receiving team wanting to talk about things here before the kickoff. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. He shreds the tackle. They get him down, but a solid run by the freshman.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
The Trojans starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Trojans. And the route is on. They'll try to add the lead now with the BIG10. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Escapes the sack. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Choosing to return the punt. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. And here's the handoff. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play.
29 Philly. 2
Heading left after the handoff. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
But when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. On second and goal, they hand it to him again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Empty backfield now as they go for 2. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. And he's going to go down, but there's a flag on the play. If it's on the defense, this will be a first down. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented, and this quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm, and eventually they're going to hit some big plays.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Touchdown, Southern California. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Eludes the rush. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Fires it to the wideout. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Touchdown, SC. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
No problem with BIG right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! A kick return all the way for a touchdown with a conference title on the line. He's never going to forget that.
Yeah, he'll never forget this. You're right. Conference championship, huge stage. Everybody's watching. Great blocks up front to get him started. And then it was just raw speed and instincts to take it to the house.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Trojans offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Touchdown, USC. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And out comes the offense set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Took contact on the throw. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
They'll stop him on a small gain here, trying to run for it on third and long, and came up well short. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And they heave it deep downfield. Can't connect with a long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Well, this decision clearly backfires on this offense. Backed up inside their own 10-yard line, and you go for it? I mean, I get being aggressive, but that's just not smart football.
And they'll get him down that time. Second down and goal.
Here we go.
Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. Touchdown, Trojans. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance for this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line. He decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Going to scramble now. He'll avoid this sack, but is brought down after a short gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Badgers will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
That is a really tough feeling for a receiver to be way downfield like that, ready for a big play, and just unable to connect with your quarterback. I'm sure they're going to go to the sideline, looking to call another shot downfield again here in a little bit.
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? The freshman brought down after a nice run.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
And the Trojans looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. He doesn't connect on his first throw.
Right, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Southern California. And the beatdown continues. Here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. Quick throw to the left side. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead. And I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal. The offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's 1st and goal. Finds his man. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole, they're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as they try to cut in to this lead. The offense with plenty of field to work with, backed up close to their own end zone. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. With juke to get free. That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the single back takes the handoff. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And he's brought down out at the 46.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
They come to the line on third down, try to keep this drive going. And the defense get a stop here. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Second down, looking to throw it. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. He dropped it on the final play. Somehow that's a fitting ending for this offense. It's all